coming along? Has everybody got a wristband?
Good morning. Today is the 23rd of April 2023 and I'm in Derbyshire on the edge of Peak District in a town called Hayfield. We came here to do Kinder Downfall Fell Race, which is about 9.6 miles long with approximately 2,000 feet elevation. Kinder Downfall Fell Race always takes place around the 24th of April to commemorate the Kinder Mass Trespass, which occurred on the 24th of April in 1932. This event is quite significant in the fell running community and the rambling community on the whole, and I'm going to explain to you why. In 1932, around 400 factory workers, led by their leader Benny Rothman, organised a mass trespass, which is a mass protest against not being able to roam the fells and moors above which they lived. In those days, rich landowners used to use the land for grouse shooting, so they didn't want anyone walking on their land. But the poor common people, most of whom were the factory workers, wanted to use the countryside for the recreation purposes, especially during the weekend when they didn't work. They all walked along the William Clough towards the Kinder Plateau, despite the landowners trying to stop them. The mass arrest of the protesters led to the public outrage, and it triggered the public to start pushing the government to issue a law allowing the public to roam the countryside. This public right to roam the countryside was only officially issued in 1951. So without those first protesters, the British public could have not had this right to roam and run on the fells. There were 6 of us, Preston Harriers, running this race today. The registration was in the scout hut and the entries were online only. There were no entries on the day. The full fell running kit was required to be carried by all the runners and it was thoroughly checked. The number of entries were limited to 300 runners and it was organised by Pennine Fell Running Club with Will Meredith as the race director. So now, according to our very good and well-established tradition, let's meet and greet the runners. I tried to film people while I could see them, because I wouldn't be able to see them during the race. Oh, hello! Hello there! Hoofstones and Edale. I saw you at Edale as well.
Yeah,
were you there?
Yeah, you finished videoing though by the time I passed.
We met a runner here who is coming to register. His name is James.
Yeah.
Is it your first fell race?
Yeah, it is. We'll see how it goes.
And you're not in any club, are you?
No, not yet.
Okay. What are your names again?
I'm Zoe.
Zoe and Rachel. Have a good race.
Yeah, enjoy the route, Olga.
Thank Phil, you need to be filming because you're tall. So tell us a little bit about the race.
So I think it's roughly about 9.6 miles with about 600 metres. So I've got metric and imperial, done both there.
It's around what, 2,000 feet maybe elevation?
Potentially, yeah.
Have you done this race before?
Nope, never been here before, never done the race before, never been up Kinder before, so looking forward to it. Should be good.
I think it's all on the track and it's easy to follow, isn't it? Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, you guys won't get lost, but I might.
You'll not get lost, Olga.
Well, there's a tails runner, so I might stick with the tail runner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck.
Good luck to you as well, Olga.
I usually end up getting tired.
We're going downhill.
And here we are, very eager to start, edging forward beyond the start line, so that the race director had to ask us to move back.
Move back about 10 foot. Thank you. Cheers, everyone.
The race had 3 checkpoints: the top of William Clough, Kinder Downfall and Edale Cross. I'm going to take you along the route of the race. We started on the bridge in the Hayfield town centre. We were running up one of the streets towards the trails and fells where the snake path starts. I filmed people for a while we were still all together, so people could spot themselves running.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a jolly runner. Wow, that's pretty. Is that Kinder Reservoir? Yeah. Wow, that's so beautiful. Yeah, I've never been. That's so beautiful. Thank you. That's cool. I like that. People swimming there. The swimming trespass.
At Kinder Reservoir, there was also a mass swimming trespass to commemorate the hiking trespass of 1932. That's why there were so many walkers on this day too, because it was the Sunday before the historic mass trespass of the 24th of April. And here's the start of William Clough, where the protesters went up along to go onto Kinder Plateau.
Proper traditional clothes. Oh, you can even see the reservoir.
This is our first checkpoint, the top of William Clough. We really enjoyed the views from the Kinder Plateau despite the not so good visibility. We had to weave in and out very many walkers in our way, and because of that, a bit further down along the plateau, instead of staying on the ridge, I went down a bit and missed the correct turning to Edale Cross.
Oh, I like this! Oh, this is so cool! Beautiful, isn't it? Oh, this is so cool. I think that's where the downfall starts. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, probably. I love it! Oh, it's so beautiful!
Kinder Downfall is a waterfall which is famous for going upwards when the wind is very strong. And here are some photos of Preston Harriers fell runners taken by Steve
Oh,
Taylor.
never mind.
Well done.
Thanks! Little mouse. Because they're trying to like mark the date, I think. That's why they have the race on this day.
This is where I realized that I came wrong way and so many people followed me as well.
Maybe we should have stayed at the top.
I realized that we should have stayed at the top instead of dropping down to the right. So we decided to go back up to the pile of stones where the marshal was. We got a little bit confused, thinking that marshal was one of the crucial checkpoints, but he wasn't.
We missed the checkpoint, so then we went back up it, and he said you didn't have to go back up it. So I was still qualified. We're still going to be qualified during the race. You're not going to disqualify. No.
That navigation mistake added on about a mile to my overall distance.
Think over that ladder now, that stile, over the stile. Hello lambs, how are you? Over that way, I don't want to scare them, they're right in the way. Checkpoint, and then I went back. So
we really enjoyed this race. I hope you liked watching it too. Until next time, goodbye!